and welcome to the Prep Pursuit. I'm Deborah Walton, a modern etiquette, image, and style expert and consultant at the Poised Pursuit. I serve busy working professionals around the world, helping them to advance their companies and careers. If you're interested in my etiquette and image consulting services, please visit thepoisedpursuit.com. Today's video is near and dear to my heart, and it's something personally I have dealt with, which is why I really wanted to make this video. I know it's going to help someone out there because going through a layoff is really tragic. It's one of the worst things to go through, especially when it can be so unexpected. So about a year ago, exactly this time last year, I was a victim. I was a recipient of a layoff situation at an employer, and some of the things that I talk about in this video really helped me get through that difficult time, but it honestly just took going through the process to just get through it, and I never wanted to let it completely defeat me. So that is why I titled this video How to Survive a Layoff, because I want you to survive it. You're not going to deal with it, you're not going to get through it, you're going to survive. You will make it, you will see the other side. So if you have recently been laid off, I first want to just say, it's not something that you should take personally. Layoffs typically happen because a company is going through a financial time that they are trying to get out of a hole. It's some type of negative financial situation, and by cutting the workforce, companies are able to save money and protect their bottom line. So you should not take it personally because your talents, your abilities, your skill set is not the problem. It's not why you're being laid off. Layoffs are typically just based on the numbers. And that's essentially what people are in corporations is a number. And so I don't want you to take it personally. I want you to really just take a moment to think about everything that you have done at that employer that you have been at and be grateful for the experience that you've had there. But now it's time to look forward and move ahead. And so I've got 5 tips for you today on how to do that and survive a layoff. The most important thing that you can do to survive a layoff is to create an exit plan. Now again, this is an excuse that a company will make to get out of a financial crisis. It is not reflective of your talents and abilities. So the first step that I like to recommend for you to do is to just take time to process. Now think for a moment about the 7 stages of grief. You may feel them all, hopefully not all at once, but you may feel them all at different points in the initial reaction around the time of you hearing the news of a layoff. That's okay. It's completely fine and normal for you to go through feeling angry, guilty, depressed, anxiety, stressed. These are normal emotions for you to feel. So you just need to allow yourself to have time to go through that. If you try to skip over how you feel and not really take a moment to reflect and recognize how you are feeling, it's going to be difficult to really move forward. So the first step I recommend is for you to really just take some time to process it. Let your mind work through what is happening and give yourself some time to just realize what is about to occur. Now, the next 4 steps will help you in creating that exit plan while you are making your next moves to set up your transition to your next career opportunity. The second step to surviving a layoff is to really think about your purpose. Now, a layoff for many people, myself included, was a very negative situation I had to go through. But what you could really think about is how this might be a blessing in disguise. The reason I say that is because maybe you are currently working a job that you do not love, you're just getting a paycheck, and if you are not in a field that you're happy in, you can use this time to think about before you make your next career move, what do you really want to pursue? What do you want to do with your career? And if it's something different, having the opportunity to chase your passion is a really great blessing. That's a great opportunity so that you don't feel like you're just stuck like a hamster on a wheel. It's a very common analogy for someone just working in a job, but they're not fulfilled. So take some time to think about your purpose and your passion, and maybe it's time to switch. It could be, and it could not if you're already working in your passion, but just really taking time to reflect on your heart, your mind, where you're at in your career, and thinking before you just run out to find another job. Really be strategic in pursuing your next career opportunity. The third step to surviving a layoff is going to be to evaluate your finances. It's time for you to take a look at the money you have in your bank account, look at your monthly expenses, and create a budget. This is really important because every company facilitates layoffs in a different way. Sometimes you will have severance, you may have a package that you are leaving with, but looking at the money that you currently have now, after you have recently received news of a layoff, is a very good idea as you're creating your plan for your next moves. So looking at your budget, creating a budget if you don't have one, is a really smart way to keep you from feeling financially stressed, because that is the absolute worst, to lay awake in the middle of the night worried about money. You can avoid that by looking at what you currently have and creating a budget to stick to, and that's important that you can commit to that budget while you are going through a layoff season in your life. The fourth step to surviving a layoff, it's time to get out and network. First, you want to update your LinkedIn profile. You want to let your professional colleagues and contacts know you're in the market, you're looking, and of course you want to attend events. If you're not attending networking events, it may be difficult to move into your next career opportunity if you're not able to make those new connections and meet people that may be filling roles. If they have someone they're hiring for, you may or may not be able to just get a job from applying online. If you can, that's great, but unfortunately the reality is that it's not the common way to get a job. It's all about who you know. So networking is really, really important. Now, when you are out networking, you should definitely get business cards of others you are connecting with, and you can be honest. You can share with them that you're on the market, you're looking for a new opportunity, and hopefully some of the connections that you make, if you follow up with them, keep in touch with those people, will be able to help you while you're navigating that transition to your next job opportunity. Now, the fifth and last step to surviving a layoff is to do what it takes. It's to take action. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this layoff could be a season for you to pursue a different field that you're interested in for your career. So you may want to go back to school, you may want to start a business. You have a lot of options. But if you are applying for jobs, you've got to just stick with it. Applying for other opportunities is something that some people have a lot of trouble with. It's a very competitive job market right now, and I think just being persistent is the best way to survive a layoff. Whatever you decide will be your next move, making that transition, make sure that you see it through. There will be days that it will be difficult because of the layoff, and you might feel tired, you might feel stressed, you might feel some sort of pressure, and these are all normal feelings. But the important thing is to pick up yourself and put a smile on your face, get your resume, get out there, If you're starting a business, looking for investors, going back to school, if you're getting another job, whatever it is that you decide to pursue, it is important that you do not settle for the long term. Now, in the short term, if you have to take a job or do something to be able to financially be stable, that's perfectly fine and it's perfectly normal. But for the long term, you really should be able to create a plan to pursue something that is truly a passion, truly something you're interested in. Now again, a layoff could be an opportunity for you to start fresh, go down a new path, and if it is that chance, you can take it. Whether you have to go into another job before you can fully pursue your passion, or if you are able to pursue your passion immediately, kudos to you, because a layoff is definitely something that happens quite commonly now, but you can get past it and you can have a better life after a layoff compared to the life you had working at that job where you were laid off. So look forward to the future and make sure that you're pursuing your true passion for the long term. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions at all, please share them in a comment below. Again, this is something personally I have had to deal with, and I survived a layoff, and any way I can help anyone out there, I'm very, very happy to do that. So please do, if you have a question, send me a message or share it in a comment below, and I would be very, very happy to help you share any insight that I may have. Now, if you're new to the channel, I do share videos every single week, so please do subscribe. I talk all about etiquette, style, and life. I'm not always talking about layoffs, so if you're new to the channel, you would probably really enjoy it, but please do check out my channel and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and encouraging. And it's a very tough situation to go through a layoff, but the good news is that you can survive. You can get to the other side, and looking forward, your future is much brighter than your past. I will see you in another video, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.